Hello everyone and welcome back to Weavedin. In today's tutorial, I'll show you how to crochet the black pentagons for our crochet mystery project. As always, we'll work through the pattern step by step, so whether you're a beginner or just need a refresher, you can crochet along with confidence. For this tutorial, you'll need 100% cotton. The yarn weight is aran and the yarn is from Paint Box. I'll put a link in the description box for those who want to use the same yarn. A 4mm crochet hook, a scissors, tapestry needle, and a stitch marker. Start with a magic circle. Round 1, chain 1, single crochet 5 into the circle, one, place a stitch marker in the first stitch to mark where you're going to slip stitch at the end of the round. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the yarn tail to close the center tightly. Slip stitch into the first stitch, remove the stitch marker, slip stitch in the first stitch to finish round 1. At the end of round 1, you should have 5 stitches. Round 2, chain 1, single crochet 2 into each and every stitch until you get to the end of the round. Single crochet the first 2 stitches in the base of the chain 1. One, use the stitch marker to mark the first stitch so that it's easy for you to see where to slip stitch at the end of the round. So that's 1, 2, 1 and 2. So continue with the 2 single crochets into each and every stitch until you get to the end of round 2. End of round 2, remove the stitch marker, slip stitch into the first stitch to finish round 2. Round 3, chain 1, single crochet 1 in the base of the chain 1, insert your stitch marker, single crochet 2 in the next stitch, 1, 2, single crochet 1 in the next stitch, single crochet 2 in the next stitch, 1, 2. Repeat the same steps until you get to the end of the round. Single crochet 1, then single crochet 2 in the last stitch. At the end of round 3, remove the stitch marker, slip stitch in the first stitch to close round 3. Round 4, chain 1. So single crochet the first stitch in the base of the chain 1, and then single crochet 1 in the next one, and then single crochet 2 in the third stitch. Single crochet 1 here. Use your stitch marker to mark where you're going to slip stitch at the end of the round. Then single crochet 1 in the next one, and single crochet 2 in the next stitch. So we're going to single crochet 1 in the next 2 stitches, so 1 in here, 1 in there, and then single crochet 2 in the third stitch. 1, 2, and then single crochet 2 in the third stitch, single crochet 2 in the same stitch. Okay, we're going to repeat the same steps until we get to the end. 2 stitches in the next stitch. Okay, we are at the end of round 4, round 5. So at the end of round 4, we're going to slip stitch in the first stitch to close the round. Round 5, chain 1, single crochet 3 in the first 3 stitches, starting from the base of the chain 1 stitch. Single crochet 1, place your stitch marker in the first stitch, single crochet the next stitch, and then the next one. So that's 3 stitches in total. Then single crochet 2 in the next stitch. So we're going to repeat the same steps until we get to the end of round 5. So we're going to single crochet 1, 2, 3, single crochet 1 in this stitch, single crochet 1 in the next one, single crochet 1 in the next stitch, and then 2 in the fourth stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet 2 in the next stitch. At the end of round 5, remove the stitch marker, slip stitch in the first stitch, and that's the end of round 5. Round 6, we're going to repeat the same steps, but we're going to increase the number of stitches. So we're going to have 4 stitches, 4 single crochet stitches, 1 in the base of the chain 1, then place your stitch marker, and single crochet 3 more, 1, 2, 3, then single crochet 2 in the next one, 1, 2, single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet 2 in the next one, 1, 2, we are at the end of round 6. Remove the stitch marker, slip stitch in the first stitch to end round 6. Round 7, which is the last round, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to start our single crochets in the next stitch. So we're not going to start the single crochet in the base of the chain 1. We're going to skip that stitch and then we're going to go into the next stitch. We're going to single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, and then single crochet 1, chain 1, single crochet 1. So a chain 1 in the corners is going to define the pentagon. Okay, so from here we're going to single crochet 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next corner, single crochet 1, chain 1, single crochet 1 in the same stitch. Then from here we're going to single crochet 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet 1 in the last corner, 1, chain 1, single crochet 1 in the same space. And from here we're going to leave a long tail because we're going to use this yarn to sew the pieces together. So we're going to leave approximately 45 to 50 centimeters. Pull the tail, use your tapestry needle to close round 7. We're going to close with an invisible stitch, just like what we did in the hexagon. Okay, so here we're going to skip the slip stitch from the previous round and then skip the chain 1, and we're going to insert our needle in there, then back into that stitch. Okay, so that's the invisible stitch, and then we weave in at the back. You can tie a knot just to secure that stitch first. Okay, that's optional. Then you can weave in the ends. Fasten off, leaving a long yarn tail for sewing. Be sure to count your stitches at the end of each round to keep every pentagon the same size. Consistent motifs will make joining much easier later on. If you haven't already, make sure you've completed your 20 white hexagons. I hope you are now ready to crochet the remaining black pentagons. See you in the next part of our crochet mystery project.